Hello, I'm Tyler Tully, and today I'm joined by Andromeda Metals acting CEO Sarah Clark. Sarah, it's great to have you back. So, Andromeda looks like it's really pushing ahead with its Great White project. Can you start by providing our viewers with an update?
Yeah, sure thing. And thanks for having me today. Our Great White project, I think your viewers know, is a Tier 1 kaolin project located over on the Eyre Peninsula of South Australia. We have got all our key approvals in place to commence construction for that project, and we have our funding process well underway. So that funding process is looking to secure the funding required for our initial stage of development. We call that our Stage 1A plus. It's for 100,000 tonnes of production per annum. And what we're focusing on for that initial phase is high quality ceramics products. So your tiles and your high quality porcelain tableware. We do have our funding process underway. We've secured a $75 million debt facility, credit approved debt facility with Merricks Capital. We are currently negotiating the documentation for that facility. And we're also progressing a cornerstone investment discussions for an investment at asset level for both our Great White project and our high purity alumina project, which is really exciting. In addition to that, we've just recently completed a placement. We secured $13 million from institutional investors, really strong interest there, which was really exciting. And we are following that up with a share purchase plan to our shareholders. So our existing shareholders on the register with an Australian or New Zealand address as at 16th of October are being invited now to apply for shares, parcel sizes up to $30,000 on the same terms as that placement, and we are targeting a further $2.5 million through that process. Now, really excitingly, we are going to use that money to get on the ground and start works at our Great White project. So before we can get on and start ground engaging activities, we have to pay certain environmental compliance payments. So we have a rehabilitation bond that we have to pay to the Government of South Australia, as well as significant environmental benefit payments to the Native Vegetation Fund. So once we have made those payments, we are going to start some early works at site. So things like site preparation activities like our mine access road and bulk earthworks for our processing plant site. So we'll get on the ground and get those activities underway. We've also got a couple of drilling campaigns planned. So we're looking at our geotechnical drilling. That's to assist in designing and building safe and stable foundations at site. We will also do a grade control drilling program. That will feed into our mine plan to make sure that we conduct our mining in the most cost efficient, effective way as well. So we'll get on the ground, we'll get those activities underway. And in addition to that, we also have our long lead items of equipment. They are currently fabricated and warehoused overseas. We are going to be freighting them back to South Australia so they are closer to site and ready to go. So it's a couple of very exciting activities there. And it really represents that critical step forward closer to construction there for us.
That definitely sounds very exciting. The team must be happy and busy preparing all of that.
Oh, the team is very excited. They are raring to go. Obviously, our on-site works are subject to contractor availability, but the project team has been really well prepared, like engaging early with our suppliers and contractors to see what the availability and the mobilisation times are and to get commencement dates for those activities. And of course, we are also progressing that funding side of things amongst everything else. So we've got the cornerstone discussions that are progressing for, as I mentioned, not just the Great White project, but our high purity alumina project as well.
And on the HPA project, can you give us an update on where the company's at?
Yes, our HPA project is particularly exciting. HPA, or high purity alumina, is a critical mineral. There's been a lot of talk you've probably seen in the news at the moment with the US and Australia around critical minerals. So really an interesting space to be in. HPA is listed as a critical mineral in Australia, in the US, and in Europe, and it's used in things like the future-facing industries, things like your LEDs, lithium-ion battery separators, semiconductors, and high-tech ceramics as well. And in fact, CRU is predicting that the demand will outstrip global supply by 127% in 2030. So that is a particularly interesting area to be in, be a supplier entering into the market, but also a consumer who would be looking to secure their long-term supply if that deficit is coming. So we've recently released our scoping study that shows market-leading economics of us producing HPA using our Great White Kaolin as a feedstock and our proprietary flow sheet that we have developed at Andromeda. Not only market-leading economics, but also a significantly lower carbon footprint than what the incumbent process uses in the market, which is really exciting as well. From completing the scoping study, we have now launched into initiating pilot scale test work. Now, this test work will not only help us further optimize our process flow sheet, but it will also produce samples that we can then go and engage with customers on. So that's a really important next step in this project in progressing it and pushing it forward. So that's really exciting. Not only that, but we'll also be looking at the silicate byproducts that we produce as part of that process. The scoping study assumes that we will be disposing of the silicate byproducts at a cost. But we actually want to do some further test work to analyze this silicate byproduct to see if not only we can not dispose of it at a cost, but whether we can sell it for further value, which is really exciting.
Finally, how do these developments position Andromeda for the future?
Yeah, look, it is an exciting time at Andromeda. We are progressing 2 high-value projects. Like I mentioned, they're at different stages. We've got our Great White project that is construction ready. We have that funding process well underway now. And we've got some money in to be able to start those early site work. So we're really pushing that project ahead. But then we also have this HPA project, which is really strong economics there, scoping study level stage. So still not as advanced as our Great White project, but showing significant promise. And if we can get this test work done and the samples out into the market, we really think we can push this project forward as well. So very exciting times. We're entering an exciting phase of growth, and we're looking to be a leader position for not only the premium kaolin products, but also our HPA as well.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a pivotal time for the company. Sarah, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
For more ASX news and analysis, subscribe below.